Okay, welcome everyone. 8 March is around the corner yet again, where we celebrate women. So many things about women, but every now and then we don't really know if Women's Day is supposed to be every day or just 8th of March. Here in the studio of Oku and Beyond, we have our elder sister, our support system, a very knowledgeable person, Barrister Chi Nene, who is the Oak Women's Union president in Yaoundé. And we invited her to come have a talk with us about Women's Day. And before we start, I just want to say welcome to our studios, and we're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
All right. So during this brief talk, there's a lot we would like to know, but to start, we want to know, tell us a little bit about the Oku Women's Union in Yaoundé.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Ngong. Should I say founder or CEO of Oku and Beyond? Thank you so much for projecting the Oku women of Yaoundé through your platform. Well, about Oku women, as the name goes, we can just say
Oh, I'm sorry we lost her. We should be having her right back. Okay. All right. We have her coming. Yes, go ahead. You're talking about
okay.
Oku
Can I
women.
go ahead?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I said as the name goes, Oku women refer to every woman that is from Oku, any woman that is of Oku origin, or a wife to a man from Oku. Sorry, I have a bad voice.
It's
So I said we have a group. There is a group in Yaoundé called the Oku Women's Union. This group was created or came into existence around 1988 with just a handful of women. A handful of women, most of whom were just housewives, but they found a need to come together to empower themselves and to be nation builders. And that is what we have today as the Oak Women's Union in Yaoundé. So I am the president of that group, and I think that this is time for us to give a shout out to all those powerful ladies who have been at the forefront, who have led this group from 1988 till today. I have a good number of them that I think we cannot just go by and then don't mention them. So with your permission, I want to mention their names.
that's fine.
Hello, hello.
Yes, we hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, all right. I have a number of them here. The ladies, the powerful ladies who have been the president of the Oak Women's Union Yaoundé from 1988. You can imagine it has been a very long time. We have Mrs. Patience Benla Yengo. We have Mrs. Angelique Kanse. We have Mrs. Wanyu Eunice, Mrs. Tawa Frida, Mrs. Bungo, who is Ya Bungo Margaret now. We have Miss Dorothy Gonjang, who is Mrs. Sa now. We have Mrs. Nivian Fonkwa, and then my humble self.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I left out somebody, Mrs. Ngumchie Comfort. She was one of them. So I thought speaking about the Oak women in Yaoundé without referring to these powerful ladies will not really make sense this evening. We are celebrating the woman and we should celebrate leadership so far as the women are concerned.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for honoring the women who came before you, because they laid the foundation for the Oku women in
Yeah,
Yaoundé, or the Oku Women's Union in Yaoundé. And we
they
celebrate
did.
the impact each and every one of them made, whether in the organization and right from their homes and the communities where they find themselves. So, coming to
Exactly. They
today's
gave me a
theme, it's
platform. They
8
gave me a
March.
platform through which I can walk. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So, coming to the theme of
Mhm.
the Women's Day for 2024, invest in women, accelerate
Yeah.
progress. What do you have to say? Let me
Mhm.
globally, what do you have to say about that theme? Did you find it interesting?
Well, the themes are always quite interesting. And you know, usually there is always a main theme and then there are sub themes. But generally speaking, these themes, uh, 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 it's all about evaluating the woman, how far we have gone. It's about evaluating how far we've gone so far as gender equality is concerned, so far as promotion and protection of the rights.
See, we lost her again, but she's right
Consent.
back.
Hello.
Yes, just give me a minute. Yes, you're good.
Okay. Yes. So I was saying the topics just help us to evaluate ourselves, how far we've gone. These topics are not new. They just help us to remind us about things that are already in existence. Those things that we've been doing already unconsciously without really giving a topic to them. So it's just a time for us again to evaluate ourselves as Oku women to see how far we've gone so far as gender equality is concerned, to see how far we've gone so far as promotion and protection of the women's right and the girls' rights are concerned, to see how far we've gone so far as economic empowerment is concerned. And this year, the sub theme that the Oak Women chose was economic empowerment. So this year, accelerating progress is all about evaluating the woman. How far have we gone? What is the impact? All these topics, do they really make sense? Do they really make sense to the Oku woman? How far have they gone to apply all of these things? You know, that's it.
Yeah, so do you think the Oku woman today needs to really evaluate this? Are we making progress?
Yeah, I think we are making progress because as it goes, as the saying goes, the only constant thing that we know, the only constant thing is change. And there is progress in every sphere of the Oku woman's life. We can't even say it's enough, it's sufficient. It's never sufficient because there is evolution in all spheres of life. So the women have to also step up their game, you know. So when it comes to economic empowerment, every day we learn how to empower ourselves. As the days go by, we know all the things that are expected of us to make ourselves better, to be more useful in our families, to be more useful in the society, and to be better leaders. So I think there is progress, and there is real progress.
Okay, so back to the topic, investing in women and to accelerate progress. It speaks for itself that if we invest in ourselves or if we invest in women, would accelerate progress. What domains of
Mm.
progress do you think can benefit a woman if she invests in herself or if there is investment in the woman? What benefits would the society
Well, to
enjoy?
yeah, the first of all, I would like to say that the society that does not invest in a woman, it's a lame society. Lame, what do I mean? It's a lame society. It's a society that is not using all its abilities, you know. So when you invest in a woman, you are double sure. That's security. You know, women, they play a very important role. They play a pivotal role in the society, beginning from the family. Even the Bible says it. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And with that, by that, I'm not saying that those who are not married, the women who are not married, are not equally important. But the woman has a silent role that she plays at home. They are the ones who make the most important decisions. Quietly, they will just tell their spouses, this is how I think this thing should be done. And before you know it, they have taken a decision that is going to affect not only their homes or even the society. So it is key to invest in the woman, especially when it comes to economic empowerment, so that the woman knows that I don't need to just stay at home and wait for my husband to come and give me money. I don't need to stay at home and wait for government to give me everything I need.
Okay, we lost her for a minute. Technology is going to be our friend. But just a recap of what she was saying before the network glitch, a society that does not invest in women is a lame society. because investing in the woman is more empowerment. It makes the society to be very sure the power of the woman cannot be undermined or cannot be ignored in the impact that they have in society, be it in the upbringing of children, be it in the support that they give in homes, and what have you. So we should empower women by investing in them, especially economically. We should invest, we should assure economic empowerment of the woman because she's a shoulder on which society lies and society depends for support. So let's see what's happening. Meanwhile, if you have any comments or questions you want to ask, please don't hesitate to let us know. I see a question coming up: who should invest in women? I'll show you when our speaker is back, Barrister Chinene. She's going to give us an answer to that question: who should invest in women? Yeah, and keep the questions coming. Make sure you share the live and invite others to join because this is a very relevant topic in our community today, investing in women. And looking back personally, when I think about all the other women's days that I've seen or experienced, we've seen lots of things. We have a speaker back. Let me add her to the stage once again. Yeah, it's lagging behind, but she's going to be connected in a minute. Thank you for joining. I was just giving a recap of what you were saying, that a society that does not invest in women, especially economically, is a lame society, and we should take advantage and empower ourselves and empower others economically, other women economically, because the woman is the shoulder upon which society lies. So there was a viewer who asked the question, who should invest in women?
The women themselves. The women should invest in themselves. They can do that conveniently. They don't just need to look up to others. And that's what we've been doing as Oku women. We put our little resources together. We are able to buy some products. We produce products like liquid soap. We do eau de javel. We do all those things from our own investment. We invest in ourselves. So the woman has gotten to a level where she's no longer just looking up to other people to invest in them, but she invests in herself because she knows the value she has. She knows that she's so valuable to her family, to the society, and she has to stand up for herself.
Yeah, and to add to that, it's common to hear young girls today say, "I'm investing in myself by buying maybe some hair to put on their head, expensive mesh, and say this is investment." That's not investment. We need to do better and think about our intellect to see how we can educate ourselves, not necessarily formal education like school, but maybe have these other informal trainings like our sister is saying, learn how to do something with your hands that can generate income so that you're not dependent or you do not find yourself doing other things because you cannot support your own self. So thank you so much.
You get it. When
Oh, we lost her again for a minute, but she'll be back definitely. Yeah, we're talking about investment and saying that investing in yourself does not mean buying human hair for hundreds of thousands. It does not mean doing lashes that are so far and wide, but it also means putting something in your head that can help you do better in life, such that if your support system crashes, you can be that support system. Our sister is back. Let me add her on stage again. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, if you invest in yourself by buying dresses for yourself, that's not sustainable investment. That doesn't fall under the investment we are referring to here. The kind of investment we are talking about is empowering yourself to be useful to yourself and the people around you. If you buy clothes for yourself, they end with you. They don't affect the lives of the people around you. So you should be able to add value to yourself. Economically, in academics, you should add value to yourself. You should be able to stand up and lead. You should acquire skills every day. That's what we're referring to by investment. So investment that is limited to yourself is not sustainable. I think we should think out of the box and know what this investment is all about.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, I was about to ask about the initiatives that the Oku women in Yaoundé have taken to empower themselves or to invest in women. And before we lost her again, she had already elaborated on some that they help women, or over time they've taught women on how they can make even liquid soap and other little crafts that can help them to do better for themselves, so they can create little businesses and do better. So she's back with us. And moving on to the next question, what will happen to a society where we are not investing in women?
Oh no, a society wherein the women are not invested on, as I said earlier, the society will definitely will grow. I think men should not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that society is dead. It's not dead, but the growth level will not be as fast, as rapid as it would have been if women were so involved. So if women invest in themselves, they are a strong pillar, and development will be very progressive. It will be faster. So it's key for women to be invested or to invest. Women should invest in themselves, and why not? Others can invest in women.
So, what message do you have for that little girl in the village who thinks she's just waiting to grow up and get married and someone should take care of her?
Well, that's why we need all of this sensitization. It shouldn't end with us here. Those are projects that the Oku women have carried out in the past. They will go to the village to sensitize the women and the young girls about gender equality, the fact that they have to go to school. It's not only the boy or the male child that should go to school. A female child can also go to school. A female child can lead. A female child can help the parents when they are in need. So that's why we really need some of these activities to go back to the village, go back to our roots, tell the women village. You are not condemned to just grow up and work farm in the village and get married. You can get out of there, invest in something, become something. I mean, build your capacity, increase your skills, and you'll be surprised by what you come out to be.
Thank you very much. And again, to that little girl in the village or that young girl in the village thinking that the working in the farm, it's okay, it's not bad. But if you empower yourself, maybe by getting further
Mm,
education in how to farm better, you would yield more products so that you can even sell
exactly.
and
Exactly.
and protect yourself and be able to sponsor your own children in school if you are left with that responsibility to
Exactly.
do solely. So it's our encouragement,
Yeah.
even for this Women's Day, that we should not think only about going out there tomorrow to march or getting drunk. And like we asked the question on Oku and Beyond Facebook, like on Women's Day, what are we going to do? And some people said women are going to go and come back late and allow the husbands to and their husbands to cook. Women are going to be drunk. We will have to
Oh
change that
no,
narrative.
that used to be the that used to be the impression in the past, but it's no longer like that. Tomorrow
Great.
is just a commemoration of the activities. All of this began since last week. There have been a number of activities carried out by the Minister of Women's Empowerment, and most women in organizations took part. They attended meetings, they attended seminars, and they know exactly what it means to celebrate these days. So tomorrow, going out to march is just a manifestation that we are celebrating ourselves. The real thing is not tomorrow. There are a number of activities that began since last week, and the Oku women took part, and it was quite interesting.
Thank you so much for adding that. So it's our encouragement to everyone listening
Mhm.
and to everyone who will listen to this after, that we should empower ourselves as women. We should empower our little girls back home. We should empower our sisters. If you have a sister and you think she needs your support
Yeah,
to be empowered, invest in her. She's going to be the support for herself. I mean,
yeah,
even if she doesn't take care of another
yeah.
person, the fact that she can take care of herself through your
Mm.
investment is a big thing. So It,
Yeah.
Women's Day is not just tomorrow, it's every day. Every day that a woman is alive is Women's Day.
It's
So
every day.
we are going to continue to empower ourselves and
Yeah.
other
It's
women.
every day.
We are going to be coming back to the Oku women in Yaoundé
Yeah.
subsequently to see, like, so after Women's Day, what
Yeah.
happened? Was the talk just for 1 or 2 weeks, or what has been happening? So, do you have any other plans and
No.
projects
Oh
for the
no.
women?
You know, they talk. It doesn't end tomorrow. Like I said before, we are just evaluating ourselves to see how far we've gone. And
Mhm,
our subtopic this year was economic empowerment. The group has existed since 1988. There are a number of things they have done since 1988.
mhm,
They began with what? Selling, contributing money, buying soap and oil and sharing among themselves. Selling, and then they get profit out of it and they share among themselves.
mhm.
They did that. They got to a level where they were doing what they call tie and dye. They buy plain cloth and they're able to design it and sell among themselves and sell out, and they make profit out of it. Presently, as we speak, there is this scheme of palm oil. We buy palm oil after every 2 months,
Wow,
share, sell to ourselves, and then at the end of it, we distribute the profit among ourselves. I think that's economic empowerment. And
it
then
is.
recently, for these Women's Day activities, what did we do?
We lost her once again, but like we are listening, we are hearing that the Oku women in Yaoundé are not doing bad in empowering themselves economically. I hope Oku women in
Yes,
other places are doing the same. Go ahead.
yes, I think they are coping. The wind of change is blowing across, and everybody is picking up. Everybody is following. So right now, the Oak women are ready to produce liquid soap that we are going to buy for our own use and will sell to other people. And I think with that, they are all empowered. There's no woman who is left behind. So it's not about just tomorrow. It doesn't end tomorrow, because after now, during our meetings, you see women who will come and display their soap and other women will buy. I think that's what we are talking about. It's not about going to match. It's not about drinking. Even though we are going to meet to celebrate ourselves tomorrow, but the whole thing is not about tomorrow.
Of course, the eating has to be part of the celebration. And someone was asking in the comment
Yes.
section that do you produce the soap and
Mm.
create markets for them to, or is it for them to use at home? And you answer that question. They're going to use some at home and they're going to
Yeah.
sell some to make money for themselves.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and another question from Emmanuel Kingong. He says, with Oko and Beyond reaching all corners of the world, do you have plans in partnering with Oko and Beyond to diffuse empowering themes through media on a slot Oko women in Yaoundé and the girl child?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh
Yeah.
yes. We are. This is definitely going to be a great partnership for us, because first of all, this evening you have projected the Oko woman in Yaoundé through this platform. So why not let us just partner with you in other things that will be beneficial to the Oku woman and the girl child? We are ready to partner with you.
You're most welcome, and we appreciate your positive reception of that idea. We are ready anytime you're ready.
Thank you.
Just let us know if you have a meeting and you think we should jump in and showcase what the women are doing, how they're living together. We are ready to do that, of course. So thank you yet again for
Yeah.
taking this
That,
time. I know it's really late in Yaoundé to speak
mm,
to Oku women, to speak to the Oku community, because it's
yeah.
not just a talk to Oku women. It is to Oku men, it's to
Yeah.
Oku brothers and
Thank you.
sisters, it's to Oku women, Oku girls and
Yeah.
boys. Because
Yeah.
tomorrow, guess what? We may be
Thank you.
talking about empowering young boys because women would have done it so much. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to
That's right.
acknowledge some
Thank you
people
so much.
again, or you want to say goodbye.
Well, I will still acknowledge those powerful ladies who kept the Oku Women's Union alive since 1988. They gave me a platform through which I am now a leader, and I am learning. And I want to encourage all Oku women, wherever they are in Yaoundé, that they should join the Oku Women's Union. We have women who are still lagging behind, and it's a desire that every woman should come. We should be in our thousands. We need to come together, form this synergy, because that's what makes us stronger. We are going to learn from each other. We are going to teach each other. So all the women are invited to join the Oak Women's Union. I want to give a shout out to Fonkwa Nivian. That's my immediate predecessor. I learned a lot from her. I worked with her as vice president. And I would like to say, Madame Fonkwa Nivian, my prezi, thank you so much. I learned a lot from you. Shout out to all Oku people all over the world. Oku and beyond, thank you so much for giving us your platform. We are learning a lot
We are grateful for that opportunity.
from one another. We will learn to appreciate one another. We will keep aside negatives and project our positives. I know that the Okuman is a gentleman, the Okuman is a kind man, the Okuman is a very loving person. So let us put that positive energy and build each other, celebrate each other. Thank you.
Yeah. King Peter says, Oku women or women should be more submissive to their husbands as a demonstration that they know what Women's Day means. And Emmanuel Gong says, are you inviting men for the quiet ending tomorrow? So,
Oh yes, women, by the grace of God, we are submissive. By the grace of God,
amen,
we
amen.
are submissive.
Mimi Peter
If it's
says,
not, if it's not
happy
enough, we
Women's
are ready to learn. We
Day.
want to make things better. You're invited. We are going to celebrate ourselves. One of our sisters, Monte Victorine, she has a place at BMRC in Yaoundé. We are going to meet there after our march past. So they are invited to join us. We can't leave our men out of the celebration. You can join us.
Oh yes. So men, your an invitation has been extended to you to go and take a bottle of something, if not buy an extra for the women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Peter says Happy Women's Day to Oku women across the globe. Happy Women's Day to everybody watching. Happy Women's Day to all the
Thank
special women out there,
you.
women toiling and making
Thank
things
you.
work, even silently. Those who are going through struggles, we wish you a happy
Yeah.
Women's Day. Remember that you're treasured, you're valued. Without you, the society will be shaky. So stay strong wherever you are.
Yeah.
Put on a smile on your face and know that you matter. So thank you so much,
Oh
Barrister
yeah.
Nene Edin. We thank you for this time you took out to talk with us.
Pleasure is
Have a
mine.
blessed day, everyone, and enjoy your Women's
Thank
Day
you.
in love and
You
responsibly.
too.
Do it
Bless
responsibly.
you. All right.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Bye bye. Happy Women's Day.